Hey, how you going? It's Danner again, coming to you from my shed with Illicit Health. This is the first video of many, I hope, and I've decided to cover diet. Pretty much everything you are, everything you were, and everything you're going to be is a direct result of what you put in your fucking pie hole. So, and what we need to achieve are three things. We need to sort out toxicity, sort out inflammation, sort out body pH. You need to be alkaline. So once you're in control of those three things, you're going to live a long and healthy life and you're going to be just fine. Before I get too much further into diet, if you're a bit butcher's hook, if you're a bit crook, this is a good way to live. But if you want to set yourself up for proper healing, I'll make another video called Dealing with the Body in Crisis, which should outline a better strategy to assist in your healing journey. So pretty much I've settled on a diet called Flexitarian. I come across it when I was at work. One of the boys said that's what his missus called it whenever they went out and they slipped outside of their regime of normal eating. So thanks, Lockie. You know who you are. And it came about because all the boys at camp, they'd see me eating a bit of fish and say, "Hey, aren't you a fucking vegetarian?" I say, No, you know. Or they'd see me eating an egg and say, "Aren't you a vegan?" I say, "Oh, no, hell no," you know. And look, I'm not ragging on, fucking shit canning vegans, but veganism is an ethos. So veganism's about looking after animals and all that sort of shit, you know. And I've got to be honest, animals sometimes put on this earth so we can consume them, whether it's right or wrong. But I believe if we can sort ourselves out, the animals will sort themselves out. So although being a vegan is an honourable thing, you can eat tons of sugar if you're a vegan. You can eat all this toxic crap that they make these vegan meats out of and all that sort of shit. You can eat all that sort of stuff. So there's a lot of crap in a vegan diet. Lots of vegans don't eat sugar and shit, and they're super healthy. And the flexitarian diet is based on a plant-based diet. And there's also keto and paleo. Super sensational, really beneficial diets, but not sustainable. So the amount of meat and animal proteins that you consume on these diets will eventually kill you before life gets in the way. So in the flexitarian diet, we don't eat land-based meats and a little bit of fish from time to time, but there is the flexi part, you know. So look, the flexitarian diet is basically eat quality food. So if you're going to eat meat, which I don't recommend, make sure it's grass-fed, good quality, and got some good fat in it and all that sort of stuff. If you're going to eat fish, make sure it's wild-caught and it's small. And of course, if you're going to eat fruit and veg and all that sort of stuff, which is how the flexitarian household should be set up, make sure it's organic, local grown if you can, fresh, in season, all those things, all the good sort of stuff, you know. And if it's not exactly how you want it, make it like you want it, you know. No one's going to tell you, oh, if you can't get fucking organic, don't eat at all. So something that's not organic is better than nothing at all. So the flex part in there is you know, like, have a fucking crack. So another part of the ethos is no dairy. A little bit of butter. Butter's got some good essential fats in it. Maybe ghee is better, but definitely not milk. And some cheeses, I guess, aren't super bad, but don't overdo it. No processed foods. So processed foods are shit. You know, if you get a fucking packet that's got a bunch of numbers on the back, fucking throw it in the bin. It's all man-made stuff. And once all that man-made stuff goes into your guts, your body's thinking, what the fuck is this shit? And it stores it. So then you get this toxicity and all the other crap going on, you know. And they might say one thing's okay, but it doesn't mix with the other thing, you know. So then all this autoimmune shit gets carrying on. So flexitarian stuff is nothing out of a packet. And no processed foods, so no sugars, definitely no sugars, your flours and all that sort of stuff, you know. I know we keep a couple of things in the house. I keep sugar for kombucha, but we don't eat it. It's fermented in kombucha, so So none of that. And look, plenty of fermented tucker. So fermented tucker like kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, kvass, kombucha, and all that sort of stuff. So fermented stuff comes from ancient times. It's always been beneficial, and pretty much if something's fermented, it's pretty fucking good. And I guess, look, the last couple of things you need to be wary of is drink good water. Don't drink the crap out of the tap. Fluoride's a fucking neurotoxin. Chlorine is poisonous. It's been associated with heart attacks for 50 years, but we keep putting it in our water under the assumption of cleaning the water up, you know. If you want good water and you only got tap, get an RO machine. There's cheap RO machines available. Zazen, Puritap. There's plenty of ways to make your water healthier. And throw your fucking microwave in the bin. Microwaves turn food into stuff that your body doesn't identify as food anymore, so it gets stored as toxicity as well. So that's about it as far as the flexitarian diet goes. I'll highlight it. So quality food, no shit, no land-based meats, nothing processed, no dairy, and ferments. I hope I've explained it properly. So your goal should be about 80-20. So 80% really good shit, and that's not 80% of the day, 20% of the day, that's like 80% of the week. So have a bunch of days where it's good, and a couple of days where it's not so good. And the flexible part of the flexitarian ways is because when we got back from Bali after my journey, we were pretty strict vegetarians, and we found that we were restricted where we wanted to go and things we wanted to do, and it's just too strict, mate. It's just too hard. So, pick a day or two where you might want to, go to the pub and have a counter meal, or if you're going to a party, there's a good risotto. Just make sure it's good tucker. Make sure it's quality tucker, and be responsible for your own health. You got to fucking man up and own it. So, hopefully you understand what I'm saying, and be healthy. If you need clarification or anything, mate, send us an email, flick us a note on the Facebook page or anything like that, Illicit Health on Facebook, anything like that, and I'll try and help you out as good as I can. Stay healthy. Cheers.